Hello, welcome back. This is Nice Micro, and this is a video for the Nice Micro League. If you watched the live stream yesterday or whenever you watched the fourth round of the Nice Micro League, you might have seen something that is incorrect, which I am here to correct. So I already cut out the part from the live stream using YouTube's editing features, in which I talked about the next round, the round 5. So there was a program here in this software which I created. I thought I fixed the bug, but anyways, I will talk about the lore later. Now let's take a look at what is going to happen in round 5. So instead of what I said in the live stream, which is deleted from the video, this is the real round 5 here, with 5 players being forwarded straight into the round of 8, the quarterfinals. So Kestrel, Katyakin, Zoro, Hastlavist, and Jim Raynor, these 5 players. This have not changed. They are the top 5 players, and so to make this announcement for today, I also added a new functionality to this software here. So now with the finished Swiss round, I can click this button and we can see the actual rankings of all the players. And so we can see that these are the first 5 players. So Kestrel had 8 points. These other guys all had 6. But based on how many games they played, we have ranked them here. So Katyakin got his 6 victories out of 8 games played, which is better than having 6 victories out of 9 games played, which is what happened with Zoro and Hasta La Vista. And Jim Raynor got his 6 victories from 10 games. So basically, having this kind of tiebreaker here, that, you know, the more games you played, that means that the more games you lost. So the more games you lost, of course, you are ranked lower and lower. And between the Zoro and Hasta La Vista, the tiebreaker was the sum of their opponent scores. So if I add up the points that the players Zoro played against got, that is going to be 20. And if I add up all the points for the players Hasta La Vista have played, that is going to be 17. So this is why Zoro is number 3, Hasta La Vista is number 4 here. So Jim Raynor and Monster Truck, they both have 6 points, but because of the total number of games, so Jim Raynor gets forwarded directly into the quarterfinals, while Monster Truck has to play. And this is what changed. So the brackets here have changed. So next round, the round 5, will have different games than what I first talked about. So let's take a quick look at the rankings here. So Monster Truck is followed by Mate and Kovi, who both had 5 victories out of 9 total games, but Mate's opponents had a higher number of total scores. So Mate got the 7th place, Kovi the 8th, and Kumbi is 9th, Doraj is 10th, and Geras got the 11th position here. And so this is how we end up with these brackets. So Monster Truck will play with Geras, Eclipse, Sylphid, Retro, Butter, and 76 are going to be the maps. Mate will play with Doraj on Eclipse, Jade, Retro, Butter, and 76. Kovi will play Kumbi on Eclipse, Jade, Troy, Sylphid, and Retro. So here we can see that, what is it, the number... Oh, I have to click this again. So Monster Truck number 6 plays versus Geras, who is number 11, and Mate, who is number 7, plays versus Doraj, who is number 10, and Kovi and Kumbi are on positions 8 and 9. So unlike what we've seen previously, so OK Sure and Nice Micro are going to be forwarded directly to this placement bracket here. They don't have any chance to get into the top 8. These 6, 3 of them will get into the top 8, 3 of them will not. These bottom 4 players will not get into the top 8. So OK Sure, Nice Micro, this is Here we can see that the tie-breaking between Geras and OK Sorcerer was very narrow. Both of them had 4 victories out of 10 games, and Geras had marginally more difficult opponents than OK Sorcerer. So this is how OK Sorcerer lost his chance to get into the top 8. But anyways, Nice Micro is on 13th, and Topirello follows, and the last player is Kroos Alajos. So our other game that will be played, besides this bracket here, is going to be Topirello versus Kroos Alajos, and they will play on Eclipse, Jade, Troy, Sylphid, and Butter. Okay, so this was the part I want. So this is the important part, I guess. This is what is going to happen in the next round. And now let's talk a little about the lore, what have happened here. So I previously also talked about this, that in the Swiss rounds, when we use this Swiss system, the players are matched up against people with similar scores. So here you can see that Kestrel with 6 points played with Monster Truck, who had 5, and then these guys with 4 points got matched up together, and then the people with 3 points got matched up together. So we are minimizing the differences between the points of the opponents. But there are a lot of people with the same kind of score, so I wanted to refine this and not just use the actual points, but also kind of the ranking. So we can see that this is round 3, so this is of course different than round 4, so less games have been played yet. But so what I wanted to do, and what I did in the last season of Nice Micro League, is that instead of just calculating the difference between the points directly, we also compare their rankings as kind of a tiebreaker. So there are multiple solutions to this Swiss pairing problem, because like which 4 points guys do you pair with each other? So you could pair OK Sorcerer with any other of these guys who he have not played with yet. But I wanted to create this software in a way that it pairs up people that are not just similar in points, but also like similar in ranking. But what I made a mistake with was that when someone doesn't play, like Kroos Alajos here does not play. So let me go back here. So Kroos Alajos in the first round played and got 0-2. Then Kroos Alajos skipped the round. So if I check the ranking for round 3, Kroos Alajos is 1. They got 2 points out of actually like only 2 games. So because he only played this, here he skipped the round, so he did not play any games. So you can see now we have 7 total games here. Oh, because this also calculates, like Kroos Alajos also played here versus Nice Micro, so he has a total 2 victories, and actually I guess it is out of these 2 games and these 2 games, so this is 2 out of 4. Go back, so 2 out of 4, but instead it is here 2 out of 7, because here the points that you gain from not playing, basically what I decided is to just basically make it the worst possible situation. So instead of getting these 2 points out of 2 games, this is counted as getting 2 points out of 3 games. So it's just like here Doraj won versus Topirello, so he got 2 points out of 3 games. So I made this kind of additional 2 points kind of equivalent with this kind of situation. This is how even though Kroos Alajos only played 4 games, this one, when he skipped the round, plus 3 games have been added to that number. So yeah, I guess you understand. So because otherwise it would look like he got the 2 points out of only 4 games, and that would place him over Geras. But I wanted to make these 2 points that you get from not playing to be weaker than 2 points that you actually get from playing. And Of course, because you did not play versus anyone, your opponent points, there is 0 here. But the important thing that I missed here was that, which I actually implemented the fix for, is that this was not taken into account originally. So the people who skipped the round got ranked higher. So in this case, OK Sorcerer already skipped the round, so OK Sorcerer would be like 4 victories out of 6 games, so he would be up there with Katyakin and Kumbi. And the Topirello who skipped around here, so he would be 3 victories out of 5 games, I guess, so he would be above Peimate here in the ranking. And unfortunately, even though I implemented this fix, I forgot to bring the code up to this to here. So my personal account on this computer and my streaming account are separated, so there is 0 chance for me to accidentally like leak personal files on live streams. But that means that once I coded up the fixed version of this software, I had to bring it here, and which is something I did not do. So this is how in the 4th round here we ended up with OK Sorcerer playing versus Katyakin. Is because OK Sorcerer here, this was calculated as 4 victories out of 5 games. So his ranking was actually 3 and Katyakin's ranking was actually 4. So this is why they got paired up with each other. And I did not realize that this did not work until today. Because what happened is that after I announced the round 5 and sent out the email to everyone, Monster Truck started asking me questions, which makes sense because he is number 6, even though he has a 6 point, just like so many others. So he was wondering why he was missing out from getting seeded into the round of 8 directly. And he asked me, like, how did I calculate everything and if I can give him the point table. And so I started looking at the points and I realized that the ranking I gave makes no sense. So luckily, we realized on time, thanks to his question, that the ranking was screwed up. So I implemented this fix. I added this new function here so we can take a look at the points table directly. I don't have to look into the code. I don't have to do some debugging to get these numbers out of the program. Now we can take a look at them directly. And so, because it was only 1 day since I announced, I decided to cancel that announcement and just calculate, I guess, the rankings and redistribute the players in these rounds. Had I realized it previously, we could have had better round 3 and round 4, because I already implemented the change when round 3 got, I guess, decided. The matchups for round 3 were decided. But anyways, so it would have been much nicer. I wouldn't have to play with Mate. I would have ended up playing Topirello if this new logic, if the fixed logic, had the fixed logic been implemented. But anyways, we are not playing round 4 again, but I can just announce round 5, re-announce with the correct games, which is what will happen. So if you watched until the end, that means that you are much more invested in Nice Micro League than anyone should be. So I do not expect anyone to watch this video until the end, but if you did, let me know in the comments down below. Give me a like, and I will see you in round 5. Bye bye.